Do not shoot that doe. Shoot that nubbin buck. Shoot a mature buck if you can. Do not shoot that doe.
What we run into is that everybody, and it's human nature, everybody thinks that, well, what they're doing there, I should do here.
Oh yeah,
It's not the same. You really got to step back and take a look. Is my property or where I hunt, if I'm hunting public, is it really the same as what they're? Oh, we have that many deer. Are you sure? Like you say, are you positive? You know, if there is, yeah, absolutely. But you have to let it. If you're looking at it and you're going hunting and you're sitting. Well, for me, I sat 20 days this year before I saw a adult doe. I'm like, I don't think we want to be killing 20 does this year.
No.
And that's just an individual one man's, view on a single property. Now, what's going on in the neighbor's land? I don't know.
Completely different story. No, the same applies for habitat improvement. This worked for the neighbors.
I think a lot of times as hunters they don't get enough credit for being the deer managers that they are. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
There's so many people who are into it. So many people are doing this stuff. They know it. It's like we're not telling you anything you don't know.
Yeah. Well, and a
lot of times you get kind of wrapped up into it, and then you overthink yourself.
Right. And I do need to make something crystal clear, and this was my point in all this. Under normal circumstances, I'm not telling these guys to go out and shoot nubbin bucks and yearlings. And I'm doing this when the deer numbers are way too darn low for the exact same reason you're talking about. They were giving out tags like crazy. Well, if the state's giving out tags, we need to kill them. Now, the state's telling us in certain areas they did, but in other areas, these big timber areas, you're taking 4 does out a year. Oh man, you got a bunch of hunters there all trying to do the same thing. You just wasted your population. Now
here's the point that I have to make to back up the states, because the states have certain constrictions. And they said, well, the states shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be giving that many. They have to. They cannot manage, they can't micromanage.
No.
They don't have the resources or the personnel or the time, and it doesn't work. So the model, if you want to call it that, that's how they do turkeys. Basically, we're going to give out, that's how they do black bears. We're going to give out X amount of tags because they actually know through modeling, scientific modeling, that if we give out X amount of tags, approximately X amount of animals are going to be taken. Mm-hmm. And that's the only way they
this area.
From that view. No. Not from this view,
I
from
agree.
that view, and then it's up to the hunters and the landowners and wherever you're hunting. Is you have to be smart enough to know about it. Well, the state gave me 5 doe tags, so I need to know. You don't need to fill them.
Well, look at
you have that luxury. Are you hunting a property where you can do it? Then go ahead. Yeah. If you don't, no.
Well, look at solidify your point. Look at the area that I was managing, a 817 acre property in Minnesota. I was in the timber. That same unit though had a bunch of ag over here and a bunch of ag down here. Down there, oh man, they needed those tags and more. That big, huge, nothing but timbered area? No.
Not the same.
Not the same. That's where they're looking at macro and we do not have to do this. We can just go out and have fun, for crying out loud. But if you want to try to dial this in, you got to look at the micro.
Yeah, but that's on you.
You darn
that's
right. That is 100% on you. Nope.
And it's an important point that needs to be made because it's complicated. I mean, that part of it is complicated.
It is and it isn't. Everything is brain surgery until you do it once. It doesn't.
Well, no, it's not complicated for you to do it. But it's complicated to understand that this is why the system is in place.
Exactly.
The system is in place because it would cost gazillions of dollars to try to do it the way people think. Well, it's like, you should only have, X amount of tags for that specific property, that specific part of your county. It's like, you can't do it that way.
No. And at the same time, we are slashing their budgets over and over. I mean, you could.
Entire departments have been gutted.
Oh, so that's borderline obscene what we're doing to our natural resources stewards. I'm going to jump up on a soapbox just for a second here. We are as a human race, as a race of hunters, We are being so incredibly pants on head stupid by letting the politicians start to take over. You know what you hate? You hate your state biologist. Don't give it to a governor.
Right.
Don't get
You're right.
replace the state biologist. I don't care if you think the governor and the House and the Senate for your state hung the flippin' moon. And you hate that other side. Guess what? Who's going to be in charge eventually?
That's exactly
You know,
right.
and these guys don't, and ladies, don't know squat about deer management. They're flipping politicians.
They're living in sound
we
bites.
don't know.
No,
we don't know squat about deer management on the macro scale. We can on the micro, but not on the macro. So we're going to go in there. These politicians are going to listen to us. And all we're talking about is our 40, 80, 120, 300, heck, even 4,000 acre property, which is like spitting in the ocean and thinking you just raise the sea levels. It's nothing compared to the entire unit.
You're 100% spot on, correct.
And yeah,
You do not want to manage wildlife by the ballot box. And if you
No.
want to go down that slope, it's a slippery.
well, you're looking this dang far, and you know what's going to happen? Boom, that's going to hit you right up
Punch
in
you right
the
face.
head.
Yep.